So, I'm trying to see if I'm overreacting. My wife had some chest pain earlier this week. She was worried it may be something with her heart. She went to the doctor. He said all was good with her heart, but it's probably stress and anxiety due to her job. I've said this before, BC, she does not sleep well. I put on white noise on the TV so she can sleep, and she also uses melatonin. So the doctor said for her to go home and rest the remainder of the day. She then tells me everything he says and then proceeds to say she needs to go finish what she's doing at work. I told her this is the problem. You don't know when to take a pause. You'll be right back at work tomorrow, so why not just take the rest of the day off and just relax upstairs? She gets upset and said I'm trying to argue with her, and I said I'm not trying to argue with you, I'm trying to get you to understand the situation. This job stresses you so much that you don't sleep, eat, and you prioritize it over most things in our life. It's time for you to sit down before your body makes you sit down. I know how this feels, BC. I worked in food service for 7 years before I ended up leaving. She ends up back at work S&D. I call her and tell her she needs to come home. She says she has stuff to do. I said give it to your assistant and come home. This is not the time to be stubborn. And at this point she says home won't be any less stressful, so she's staying at work. I get frustrated, of course. And I said you need to be home by 3 p.m. You can be mad if you want, but you can also be mad in the bed upstairs with the door closed. She ends up coming home, not speaking to me, not even looking at me. I'm supposed to be taking her little brother somewhere, so I tell her I'm going to do that. She doesn't say thank you. And I've already told her how I feel about her acting like I don't exist when she's mad. We should still acknowledge each other's presence even when we are upset. I left to do what I needed to do. And I told her she was being rude, and she said, well, I don't feel like you were especially respectful to me. So no, I didn't choose to act respectfully. I asked her, why didn't you feel that way? She said, I needed support from you, and all you did was argue with and raise your voice at me. I immediately apologized and said, I just want you to be able to rest when you are literally being told to by your doctor and your body. I'm not sorry for telling you what needed to be done. You not coming home wasn't an option as soon as your doctor said that's what you needed to do. That's MOT arguing. That's you needing to know when to allow me to be your husband and tell you when you are wrong. In this situation, you were wrong. You need to prioritize your health. You were panicked all day about what the doctor would have said about your heart, and as soon as it was clear, you were going right back to work. She proceeds to ignore me the rest of the day and says she's not talking about this anymore. We haven't talked since 2 days. Even after I asked her if her disrespect is warranted, BC, I was rude to her by raising my voice. No response to that. Was I wrong? Am I the asshole?